What's up everyone, Melonie Mac here, and I'm back from Gamescom. I'm back from being sick, even though I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm better and I'm here making a video. But speaking of Gamescom, I do have another video just to show you guys, tell you guys I should say, some of the fun things that I did there and show some things. But that's for later on this week. Today I kind of want to talk about something that has been going pretty crazy on the Tomb Raider forums, and you guys know I'm obsessed with Tomb Raider. So, and then recently on stream I just beat Uncharted The Lost Legacy. So if you guys want to see that, you can see the VOD on my Twitch channel, which I'll link in the description. Let me know if you do want me to just upload the whole stream here on YouTube, because I don't know, some people prefer to watch here. I don't know, I'm figuring out if I'm gonna do that or not. So anyway, a lot of people on the Tomb Raider forums and a lot of Tomb Raider fans in general, I've been seeing tweeting and all this stuff are saying Tomb Raiders should take notes from Uncharted The Lost Legacy and that it should be more like that. And I wanted to give my feedback on this subject and let you guys know just exactly what I think. So the reboot of Tomb Raider does have some critiques, and a lot of them from myself as well and from the general Tomb Raider community, especially the hardcore fans who have been with the series since day one. And some of those go across like both gameplay and with the characters and the story and Lara Croft's portrayal in general. I'm just gonna kind of go over the most talked about critiques for Tomb Raider and the state of where it is right now. I feel like number one, a lot of fans are disappointed with Lara Croft's portrayal. This is my biggest complaint, I would say, and while reboot Lara is amazing and I do love her, I do feel like her character lacks a lot of personality. I feel like she's way too serious. I feel like she's so dramatic, and I know given the situation, one would be like that, but at the same time, I really want to see Lara, what makes her tick, what makes her excited, what just gets her adrenaline pumping, like all these things. I want to see a fleshed out character. I want to see some flaws. I want to see some strengths. I want to see some weaknesses, all the things. But instead, I feel like we're just getting like this super serious, dramatic character portrayal that really needs some more development. So in that respect, I can see how people who have played Uncharted The Lost Legacy would want to see some inspiration with Chloe's character, for example. And the reason why is I feel like her character was so well developed and we got to see a lot of sides of her. And one of the biggest retorts to, well, Lara needs a change, she needs to be stronger, this and that, is, well, she's going through this life and death situation, of course she's gonna be serious, of course she's gonna be dramatic and all this stuff. But so is Chloe Frazer. She is in these situations to where she's almost dying. She's in these like scary scenarios and things are just going crazy, but you don't see her always so serious and always so dramatic, you know? So I feel like we really got to see a lot of her character, and her character is strong, her character is badass, her character is resilient, but at the same time she is compassionate too. We did see some moments where she really showed a lot of compassion. She was funny. I love that, and that's something that I do want to see more with Lara Croft. So for that, I do totally agree that Lara could use a lot more personality development, and Chloe felt more like classic Lara than current Lara does. I'm just saying that. So let's talk about gameplay, which of course is the most important part of any video game. And this is the part where I disagree with people who say that Tomb Raider should be a lot more like Uncharted, and I feel like people who are saying this are just out of their minds. And the reason why is one of the biggest complaints from hardcore Tomb Raider fans regarding the reboot and Rise of the Tomb Raider is that it is too action heavy and not enough adventure and not enough exploration. Granted, Rise of the Tomb Raider did do a lot better with this, and there is a lot more exploration, more tombs and all that, which I personally am obsessed with, and that's why I love Rise of the Tomb Raider so much. But still, it's still a complaint, and it's still something that I feel like there could always be some more adventuring and more exploring and all that. So for fans who complain about that, to say that Tomb Raider should take after Uncharted Lost Legacy on this, Uncharted's an action game. Uncharted's not really an adventure game, and while it does have these beautiful landscapes and these beautiful levels, and there is exploration to some degree, you have collectibles and all that, for the most part it is a linear story game, and the story is amazing, and the story is what makes Uncharted so freaking epic. So all in all, it's just a lot of fighting, it's a lot of action, and it's a lot of story, and it's a lot of linear play, and there's a clear path that you're gonna always want to take. And I feel like that is exactly what Tomb Raider should not be. So to say that Tomb Raider needs to take after Uncharted is just mind-blowing to me. It's also very weird for somebody to complain that Tomb Raider is too action-heavy and then say it needs to be more like an action game. It doesn't make sense to me. Now, Uncharted The Lost Legacy did have some beautiful places, and they had some puzzles and tombs. I think, yeah, it's considered tombs. So those were really cool, but all things considered, the amount of puzzles and tombs and all that we've gotten in Uncharted The Lost Legacy was far less, like not even comparable to what we've gotten in Rise of the Tomb Raider. And I know that the game is shorter, but at the same time, it's like, it's not even comparable. The exploration in Rise of the Tomb Raider versus Uncharted is like, what? It's not even level. It's not even close to being on the same level. So why would somebody want Tomb Raider to be more action-y? Why would you want to take away the exploration? Why do you want it to be a linear story adventure? That's never what Tomb Raider has been about. If you look at the original games especially, and when I say original games, I mean original games from the 90s. So many people online, when they're calling Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld Classic Tomb Raider, and that is like a huge pet peeve to me because it's not classic Tomb Raider. And here's the thing too, is with the puzzles with Uncharted The Lost Legacy, I loved them and I enjoyed them very much, but they're not that complex. There were parts where, you know, it kept me thinking a little bit, especially, well, I'm not gonna leave spoilers, so I'm not gonna say. So they do like keep you thinking a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's nothing like that advanced when you talk about puzzles from like Tomb Raider's history, you know what I mean? Like those require a lot of thought and you know, so that's what I think should be the focus with Tomb Raider is complex puzzles, and that's not something that Uncharted The Lost Legacy delivered. And on top of that, another thing that fans complain about with the rebooted Tomb Raider is, oh, there's too much hand holding, you've got your survival instincts, you've got Lara talking to herself, giving little hints about what to do. But with Uncharted, you always have that secondary character with you that will flat out tell you how to solve the puzzle. If you take anything remotely more than 5 seconds on it, they will try to tell you. And then that hint button that's always popping up, and it's like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. For Uncharted, I'm not complaining about Uncharted on this. While I would enjoy it more if it was more exploration and more adventure and more complex puzzles, I understand that Uncharted is not that type of game. It's more of an action game, and it's more of a story game, so for that I'm not going to knock it. But for Tomb Raider, this would be a huge step back. Do you realize that? Come on! But I have to give them credit, and I do have to look at things from their perspective, that I think the key things that they're talking about when they say Lost Legacy felt more like Tomb Raider than Tomb Raider does is a lot to do with setting, and a lot to do with motive, and a lot to do with the character, and a lot to do with all of that stuff. Because right now, Tomb Raider's in a state of Lara surviving. That's especially was the first one. The second one, you know, she wants answers about like her father, all that, and then the third one's most likely gonna be like that. Third one, I mean, Lara needs to take Trinity down because of, you know, the whole dad issue. But it's just like, it's way too dramatic of a motive, and it's way too, it almost feels kind of cliche, and it just almost feels unoriginal. And not to mention the fact that it changed so much of Lara's backstory, and part of Lara's backstory is what made her so awesome. So yeah, that part's a big complaint. And so seeing that Uncharted The Lost Legacy, you look at Chloe and Nadine's motives, it was for freaking money. It was, they're treasure hunting because they want to sell the treasures and all that stuff. So it was actually a business for them, and it was, hey, they sought out the adventure, and that I think is rad. And with Tomb Raider, Lara never did really play for the money though, so that much is different. I wouldn't want to see that, but she did for sport, so I want to see that again so bad. So even though it isn't totally like Tomb Raider in that respect, it is closer in the fact that instead of some like big dramatic story about, you know, all that, they're seeking out the adventure. So that's what we want to see Lara do, is seek out the adventure and have fun with it. So I can't understand that. And I know a lot of people were saying too, is riding the Jeep in Uncharted, how that, you know, because we don't get a lot of like, you don't really get vehicle play in the reboot or Rise of the Tomb Raider, and that was something that's pretty big in past Tomb Raider games. After the first game was a lot of vehicles, and that was cool. I can see that. I think Tomb Raider was meant to be an open world experience. That's just me. I feel like that's one reason why I love Rise of the Tomb Raider so much, and while it wasn't open world, there were open world hubs, which I feel like is the best thing to happen to Tomb Raider in like freaking 20 years? I swear. Like, it's what we need. And so Tomb Raider is about exploration, and Tomb Raider is about tombs. Tomb Raider is about puzzles. So can you imagine the potential and the opportunities with a completely open world experience with Tomb Raider? Give her like a vehicle that she can just ride around, that you can go around in these different areas, that you can explore and find the tombs yourself. Because part of Tomb Raider is feeling like an adventurer. And so how much of a Tomb Raider are you gonna feel like if you're actually discovering the tombs and you're actually like discovering all the things? And so you have like your main story path, but you have a ton of side options you can do, side quests, and I feel like the reboot is on the right track in this direction, because they have, I know a lot of people complain about optional tombs, it should be a main part of the game, and it should. There should be a lot of main story tombs, but at the same time, Tomb Raider is about exploring, and so there should be a lot of optional content. There should be a lot of optional exploration. It's cool. It's rad. So it's part of what makes you feel like an actual adventurer. So yeah, I want to see more of that, and I feel like a truly open world experience would make Tomb Raider the best that it could possibly be. And that's not what Uncharted is, and Uncharted is more action, and Tomb Raider should be more adventure. So that's, I don't know, maybe I spent way too long in this video just kind of saying something so simple, but yeah. For that, I just feel like some people are complaining just to be complaining at the same time, because if you're gonna complain about Tomb Raider and the state of where it's at right now, and then you're gonna praise Uncharted like it's the best thing since sliced bread, and that Tomb Raider should be like that, then you're basically praising Uncharted for doing things that you complain about in Tomb Raider, because Uncharted is an action game, and Uncharted is linear, and Uncharted does not have difficult puzzles, so just saying. So anyway, there's my 2 cents on that, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Where do you want to see Tomb Raider go in the future? What do you think about Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, and do you think that they are comparable? Do you think that they should be taking inspiration from each other? All that stuff, let me know. And please make sure you check out in the description all my social media links. I'm almost at 100,000 followers on Twitter right now, and I'm so excited about it. So if you're not following me on Twitter, please follow me. I'm like less than 2,000 away, so fingers crossed I get there soon. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and I'm really excited to be back. I'm gonna be on an actual schedule, making more videos, and then have my stream schedule and all that stuff. So you're gonna be seeing a lot more of me. I know lately I've been taking a bit of a break, and I explained that in my IRL channel, which you can check out in the description below. But yeah, I'm back. I'm back in business. But anyway, I love you all so much, and I'll see you later. Peace.